Okay, hello. Right. I think I have a different save that we're playing here. We're playing Stream 2. Let's see if I can remember where we were at. I think I had to end this, end my last play of this really quickly for a reason. I think I had to go out and beat Taxi. So we'll just take a couple of minutes to figure out where we're at. Let's slow time down. That's a good start, isn't it? Just so that we can get ourselves orientated. Looks like I have a box full of cables. So apologies for no stream yesterday. Mondays tend to be quite awkward because my wife. Pizzas are not busy on a Monday, so she doesn't have a lot to deliver. Looks like I had an SLA warning. I think we solved that now. Let's just check. Yeah, I think I've got everything pretty much sorted. There are obviously some issues. Floor 14, provider 1. Why can't you connect to there? Floor 14. How many floors have I got now? Be private content. Huh. But this guy's fully fine. So what is up with Awkward Possum? You're on floor 12. Floor 12. Oh, floor 12. Alright, let's just see if they can ping. Ping floor 14, provider 1 from floor 12, like any consumer. Yeah, that works. So, like the route works. Should we try from consumer 2 and consumer 3? Yeah, so they all work. So I don't know why they can't get access. It's a bit weird. But otherwise, yeah, look, Awkward Possum, they're really not happy. So they're getting no. Let's just check to see if I've got that URL assigned to them. Where's Memento? Floor 12, consumer 3. Yeah, okay, so that should work. I guess the problem is where the DNS servers are, which DNS servers got access to, whether they all got the same thing. And I kind of think I need like a root DNS server. And then I just point all of my DNS servers at root DNS, and then I can be sure that everything's working correctly. Right, anyhow, I'm pretty sure that everything is pretty much working. We obviously have capacity issues in places. Yeah, DNS server issues for floor 5. But it is sometimes working. We've got Exchange email. So, oh, these guys are getting more things that they need. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, hang on. Program list. Program describe poems DB. So that's store text. So if I made a poems DB server, program describe Padu v2. Yeah, so poems DB is better. So that's a 446. So if I were to do that, store text, store image, store audio. Oh, PoemsDB is just text. How much money do we have? Minus 1,300. Okay, but we've got money coming in. I really want to make a PoemsDB server that we can then register and have users use. So I suspect that we just have all these no. Why are none of... So this is floor 5. There's an issue with DNS on floor 5. Let's go to floor 5. I just want to see what's going on there. We'll put that there. I don't want to take that with me. Maybe I should take the debugger. Let's see what's going on, because there's obviously a few issues on floor 5 with DNS. Like, this is just not being satisfied at all. What have we got? So we've got we have a DNS server there, but it's obviously not. What's that? Did I have this problem last time? It's literally just not going to reach. Okay. Just give me a shelf. Right. Fine. Let's have a look. So we need to watch DNS1 from there. Right. Okay, it's just using DNS. Right, so it's not using DNS server because the server's not big enough to have. That's why this is struggling so much. I put DNS server on there, but I don't think. So can I ping? Oh, I remember now. Okay, so we don't actually have. We don't actually have anywhere for DNS1 to do stored text, so the DNS server bit's not working. We only have DNS Lite working, because that needs to be a bigger box. It's got a 4-day warranty on it, so really I need to improve that with one of these. 688. Don't think I can go any cheaper, can I? 444, but then that's 446. Okay. Maybe I can make that my root DNS. Okay, let's spend some money. 1020. Because I think that's got to serve a few different floors, because we've got oh, floor 6 isn't linked. How have I not linked floor 6 yet to this? Hang on. Tower links. Where's floor 6? There. So I need to kill that and send that. That's fiber though. Okay, but we're not fiber, so there must be another floor 6 link. I don't see it. Okay, what have I got in here? So QIOJ. So floor 5 to floor 6. QIOJ. I also need to hook floor 6 up there. I want that. So let me move my DNS from there to there. Well, not you. Where's... You go from there to there. Like, DNS is basically not working on here anyway, so let's do set address and DNS1 on 77100. Okay, and then I can just do that. Program install DNS server on DNS1. Program install Padu v1. Program run DNS server. Just make sure those are running. Padu v1 on DNS1. Right, so that should work now. Except it's what have I done? Oh, that's interesting. So maybe that's part of the issue. So this DNS address is going to DNS/1. That should give that the capacity it needs anyway. So what was this? This was DNS-1. Well, let's go up to floor 6 and see what the problem is up there. Right, that should all work anyway. Give me my cable. Right, floor 6. Right, so your fiber. That's an issue, isn't it? I don't have a spare Ethernet to use an Ethernet link. Okay, so that's just going to have to stay like that then. Floor 5 is happier now. So all our DNS addresses are DNS-1. So why have I got DNS/1 in the A? What's it, alias? So hold on. DNS address is DNS-1. I think there's an error in my alias, and I don't know when I started with it. Surveyor, this should tell me, shouldn't it, right? DNS-1. Floor 13, DNS-1. So why is my alias wrong then? I'm so confused. So I can basically set yeah, I kind of need to keep that, don't I? So if I were to move that up there, reach, get. Really now. Network worm activity alerts. Okay. Better see what that is. Threat intel shows signs of a network worm on these floors. Initial forensics reports the worm is anonymous. It's going to spread from day 12. We're on day 11, so we've got 24 hours. Right. 12 and 13. I don't know where floor 12 goes. It doesn't come in here. It goes in somewhere else. Right, I am going to abandon my plan to set that up as an alternative DNS. Which I still think we can do, but let's go. We need to make sure we protect floors 12 and 13. And I don't know where floor 12 is plugged in. It's plugged into the bottom. Okay. Wow. Okay, so there's a lot here. And we don't know which one of these users is the problem. And they're all Ethernet, so we need a firewall with at least 4 Ethernets, preferably 5. What do we have? Yeah, that's not going to be enough. Neither is that. We just don't have anything that is going to be big enough. And then we've got a scheduled power outage on this floor as well. That's nice. I mean, do we risk it and just protect 3 and ignore 1? Problem is there's no free port on here, so I can't just send that traffic to a dead port, which would be nice. Unless I could, if I got a small firewall. So I got that firewall, and I routed all of the like 510 and 519 to go into the firewall. Maybe that would help. I don't know, but I also don't know how we figure out which user has the worm. This is what I have yet to understand. I could get the bigger one, but that's so more expensive. I don't think it's necessarily going to do everything that I want it to do. Right, let's grab one of those. We'll grab a power cable. I guess we'll grab I don't know what colour we're using for this. We'll go orange. Just got 2 of those. Just maybe one of those. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to do this. I'm going to have to put the link through the firewall. That's gonna have to be the way. Jesus, really? Connect. You know you want to. Right. Works. Go in there. Right. Firewall's not rack mountable apparently. It's beautiful. Just need the power cable now. I think that's all I'm going to be able to do, and I think we're going to end up having this router infected. I'm not sure there's anything we can do about that. Right, so if I set... oh, I don't need to do that. Right, we need to do set address. What are we on? Floor 12. Of course, we have a power outage. Firewall, and it's 44520. Yeah, see, I don't. My alias is wrong. Why is. Alias. I need to copy that. But how? Because it's like so many of my things are just set correctly. How? Set address. Maybe these are not save independent. That could be a thing. That could be a thing if they're not save independent. Floor 12, firewall on floor 12. Alright, that fixes that. Firewall at... so we have all kinds of traffic going on here. Okay, before we do that, let's watch this router. Watch floor 12 router 1. Of course we can't. Of course we can't. What shall I unplug? I could unplug the phone. Phone goes in there. That's not the phone. Phone goes in there. That's not a phone. That's a phone. Man, these cables. Right, let's see. There's all kinds of traffic that we need to allow. Can I just Control C that so I keep it on screen? firewall allow UDP 554 on floor 12 firewall. 53. And we got TCP H333 and 430. No, it's not 433. It's 443. 8061. Firewall show on floor 12 firewall remove 3. Firewall default. Oh no, let's not do that. Firewall allow. Was it TCP 23? Because that's what I'm doing, right? So if I watch 412 firewall, yeah, TCP 23. Right, and then I can do firewall default deny on 412 firewall, and then we can go like that. And that should at least isolate any infection to this router, which I think is about all we can do. Right, so now we've got to go up to I've got to plug the phone back in, and then we've got to go up to the next floor and have a look at that one, because we have an issue there too. Floor 13. Let us see. So floor 13 is slightly smaller. I think we're going to have the same kind of issue though. So we have yeah, I'm going to have to get the same firewall, I think, for here. Yeah, and just do the same thing. I guess the problem then becomes what happens when we have new services that people need to access. Right, how happy is everybody? Like, everybody's reasonably happy still, so it's just awkward possum on floor 12. He for some reason cannot get to floor 14 provider 1. Wide user.net. Right, maybe I don't have. I do have. Right, okay. Okay. I don't understand why he's having issues then. He can't connect to it. But I think he can. I want to check. So these are all right. Yeah, I think what must have happened is that I set the same alias on a different save, and the alias is overwritten on this save, which is a little weird. Right. Anyhow, let's, I guess, buy another firewall here. I don't have a way to. I don't have a spare port. I think that's the biggest problem. I don't have a spare port. A power cable and a network cable in orange. And we'll have to do the same thing here that we did on floor 12. We still have a bit of time before we actually have to do anything with that. So how much money are we making? We're still going to be $1,000 in the red, which is not great. Right, let's plug in there. Need power. Now this is a bit more complicated because we only have a single fiber port on here. So I can't do like a pass-through. How am I going to do that? I mean, I guess I could just plug that in there. Then I'd have to move one of these into the firewall and then use that port as the default route on there. That's all I can really do. Right, let's address floor 13 firewall 90514. Now use the phone port again. So I'm going to have to go root default via 413 router 1. Do that. Now I should be able to. Oh, but that breaks. I need to do that as well. Watch 413. This is 413, isn't it? Yeah. Router 1. So that's our traffic. I mean, at this point, I can route the nasty traffic to ports that we don't care about. Right, so if we allow all this stuff, firewall allow TCP 3 firewall and UDP 53. And then TCP 80. I think whitelisting has to be the way to go. Then UDP 5060. TCP 443. Think I did everything there. And then I want to do root add what did the thing say? Server using traffic ranging from TCP 510 to 519. I mean, sure, I could try. Traffic. TCP 510 via 0.13 router 1. Do I then do? But it says 2, so do I do like 11, 12? Can I do a range ports? Let's have a look. Man route. Doesn't look like it. And we'll just go like that and just see what happens. Firewall default deny on floor 13 firewall. So worst case, like this router gets infected and nothing else does. That's about the best I can do. and then that will need to plug into there. Okay, solved. Hopefully solved. Right, let's go back to floor 11. See if we can set up a DB server, because I think that's the issue, or was the issue, with one of our DNSs. Oh right, I was going to set up I think I was going to set this up as root DNS, wouldn't I? I wonder if I can do that with DNS Lite. I think I probably can. Just make that one red. No, and 500 red. This 500 is going to go there, right? Easy. And then power cable. That's too short. The power outages are following me around. What's that all about? Got all these floors we have to build. Oh. Right, that should power on now. So this should have so can I set address? Can I just call that root DNS? What do you mean? Oh, my bad. Yeah. Right, and I'm going to set that to port 4 on that. Root add root DNS via 4 on floor 11 router 1. Right. Then I can do net DNS set root DNS on DNS 1. So now if I set all of my DNS servers to use root DNS as their thing, then as long as I make sure... I'm actually wondering whether I need to bother with that on this difficulty level, because I get the feeling that maybe I don't need to worry about it. But we'll do it anyway, just because it's good practice. So then effectively all of our DNS servers will point to root DNS, and root DNS I think is just should be able to cope with just DNS Lite on it. And then we can just set everything, all of our DNS entries on root DNS, and not worry about the others. They'll all look up from there. Okay. I keep going back into that. Let's have a quick check of Surveyor. Make sure that almost everything is okay. And it is mostly. This one is still being a bit of an issue. What floor is this? This is floor 12. So floor 12 can't get to floor 14. But that doesn't make sense. They're also not receiving. Let's have a quick look at floor 12. I think we were just down there, weren't we? This might be firewall related. So floor 12 cannot get to this is going to be like TCP 3306 or something. It's going to be something like that. 4. Don't do. No! Why would you do that? Why? It makes no sense to just everything. No, I don't. I don't know which one goes in where now. Nice. Right, phone. I think phone was on port 6. Let's plug in there and just see if we can ping these guys. Ping 412 SIM3. No. Oh, maybe that's the problem. Right, now we can. And consumer 4. No. Right. Root show on 412. Perfect. It's just not showing enough of the. You're not showing me enough. How the hell am I supposed to know what? I need to make you wider so I can see. Maybe I'll just do trace to floor 12, consumer 4, because it's obviously not working. No. So what did I do? The only thing I can think is that needs to go into port 6. But I'm not sure that makes sense. Maybe he's just offline. I think that's probably likely, actually. Are you offline? Yes, he is offline. Okay, because he's offline, that's why we can't ping him. So I think that's probably right then. Does still make you wonder why this guy can't. Oh, what did that say? At program capacity. Awkward possum. So he's getting visits on there. Okay, I think we're just fine. I think I'm probably just trying to fix something that doesn't actually need fixing. Debt warning. Okay. Secret earwig has. Where the hell is secret earwig? Tower worker. Okay, on floor 6. Right, we have new onboardings. No, it's the wrong thing. Secretariat. Where have we got? All sorts to add on. Which is fine. How much money do we have? Minus 1,500. Right, so I'm going to need to probably take another loan out. In order to make this work. Let's do that. We already have 2 loans. Sure, we'll take the big loan. Because I think we need to set up some new services. So if I set up a Poems DB server, is that what I want to do? I think I can set Poems DB up on this one. Let's get power cable and I guess a red network cable. I'll do that. I'm going to register a domain for it as well because these guys have got so now we can't connect to CCTV. Is this because tower links are at capacity? No. Okay. View private content. Store text or store image or right. So I can set up a provider for this. Bandwidth cost per traversal. Okay. Read text or view image. So I can do store text. PoemsDB will do store text, read text, right? No, just does store text. Scribe, Padu, V2. Store text, store image, store audio. And do read, okay. Set address. I'm just going to call that database. Install base and run. Right, so now I just need to register store text as something. How do we do that? Registry. So call it store.text. Associate usage with store text. I'm going to charge 1. And then I need to do DNS map sort of text as TV on. I'm going to have to do this on DNS1 on. I need to plug into the right place. Do it on new DNS as well. And then root add DB by 3 or floor 11 router 1. And I don't know where that cable's gone. We should have a red cable coming. I'm sure I ordered it. Let's print a sticky label. Right, hopefully that solves some of the issues. Probably not going to, but yeah, like it should like help these people. Cannot connect to, so this guy just can't connect to anything. Why is that? So why can't you can connect to some things, you can't connect to other things? That doesn't make any sense, because if you can connect anywhere, you can connect everywhere. Unless some of these ports are just... I think I'm going to have to go down to the bottom floor and just see what's going on. Part of me feels like maybe some of our routers are at capacity or something. Certainly our links are doing okay. We don't have any that are hitting 100. I'm going to have to onboard new floors soon. Although we're only on day 12, we've got 2 days to onboard this floor. I think if we have something that's just not working, I've got 2-day warranty on this one. Yeah, let's watch these routers and just see how at capacity they are. Floor 0, provider a 1. They're nowhere close. Well, this one's nowhere close anyway. If I do the same for the consumer router. Oh, why is that? Port 0 is DNS on floor 12. Floor 3, floor 2, floor 1. Oh, okay. So that I also need to add floor 0, consumer 1, fire 0, 0. Right, so now I should be able to do that. Right. But that's nowhere near capacity either. Can I do net DNS set root DNS on DNS1? Cool. I don't understand why floor 12 has an issue. So floor 12 is coming in here. Oh. show on floor 0 provider router 1. So do we have floor 12? Floor 12 is going to port 0. And then that should, okay, route show floor 0. Let's move it 1. Floor 12 via port 4, which it is. So it should work. Network worm on floor 3 and 4. Perfect. Okay. Well, I don't see a problem on here at all. I'll take one of those because we're going to add firewalls. So floor 3. Floor 3 comes in here, and floor 4 comes in here. Perfect. Why doesn't floor 4 go down here? Oh, because floor 4 is only the recycling centre. Okay. So floor 3, what do we have set up here currently? Right, okay, so this is a little easier potentially. So here I can use like port 7. We add traffic TCP 510 via 7 on floor 3 to 1. The consumer router 1. And I guess I'll just do that for all of them. Maybe we can do this without buying a router. Okay, thank you. So port 7 is the one that I'm hoping that's going to be fine. Right, floor 4. Pretty sure floor 4 doesn't have any kind of, I think it's just hooked straight in like. What is floor 4 trying to do these days? So I could install a firewall here, but if I do that, I've also got to add a UPS. Do I want to hook the phone up? I don't know. Let's just go down to floor 0, and I think I can do the same thing, and I can just send all those ports onto an unused port. All of that traffic onto an unused port. That might help. It might help. Let us see. So floor 4 is coming in here, so I can use port 2. So I can just do via on floor 0 provider router 1 via 2. 2 via 2. And then I can just do that with the rest of them as well. So 514 is syslog. 2 and 1. Right. Yeah. Okay. So that should solve the other network activity alerts. And I think I'm going to take these cables up here. Is that a 5? That's the missing 500 that we wanted. We'll just take all of these up to floor 11. Okay, 6 AM and we're making 1800. I think that's okay. So we are making some money from store.txt. So it is being used at least. Whether it's going to pay off the 1,000 that we invested in buying the server in the first place, I don't know. Right. Let's put some of these cables in here. Ooh. What's that? I saw red text. What was the red text? Was that DB at program capacity already? Okay. I think we can take on another floor. So let's see. We have new proposals. Scanning, exploit, nope. SLA breach is no longer in the game. Lobby against Tenable. Proposal eliminates future collaboration with Tenable. Tenable can no longer issue fines against non-data center power use. All items sold by Tenable is 20% more expensive. Nope. None of those are any good for us, I think. It would be nice to... Yeah, we're not even using Autograph. Maybe I should use Autograph. Yeah, that's a lot of money to get to re-roll these. I think we need to take on a new floor. Which one do we do? Because I could do the... mean, sure. If I do that one now, then I've got 4 days to do these two. Alright. Okay. Floor 16. Part of me just wants to order a UPS now. I'm gonna need that. What other goodies do we have here? This is the same deal as the other one, so got a camera up there, a phone, a tower worker, he'll need to get to the CCTV. So we got 2 fibers and 2 Ethernet, and then 2 more Ethernet. So we got 4 Ethernet and 2 fiber. Which is one of these. Oh, there's a refurb. Let's get the refurb. I have 2 power cables. I kind of want to get a rack for this. Maybe I don't need to. How far away is that? So I could do. That's not fiber. That's the problem. Yeah, I need to do a rack up here. And I think I did this on the other floor as well. Can I place a bigger rack there? Can. Just can't see the top of it. Can I? No, that's as low as I can go with it. Okay, we'll place that there. Unfortunately, we can't see the top of the rack, but right, in terms of power expanders, we want a rack mountable one. Probably that one's fine. I think I need to get 1 power cable. Network cables. What do we need for this? Oh really? 1500, 2000. I can go 2000 on that one. I'll have a 1500 there. 1000 there. That's fiber. That'll be a 1500 fiber. That will be another 1500 fiber, and I think I'm going to have to do a green 15,000 to get to that one. I might actually need a shelf. put my UPS on. Okay, let's order that lot. And I'll add a shelf because I'm pretty sure I'm going to need one. Need a shelf there for our UPS to sit on. And I can also put a debugger on it. And I can start configuring these. Set address, floor 16 phone on 75242. 75242. Floor 16. Am I doing it like that, or am I just doing CCTV on? Okay, that works. Really? Oh my god. I absolutely hate these cables. Seriously. Where's my UPS? I did order a UPS, right? Pretty sure I did. Yeah, I did. Right, 2000 Ethernet. I think that was going from there. So we'll have that. There. I'm going to plug in there. That's our way too long cable. It's determined to just right, perfect. Turn you on. Right, that works. And then, how do I have two fiber optic 3000s? Did I? I must have already had one down here that. Fine. Now the problem with these ones is I'm not going to have they're not configured yet. Right, I've got 1500 Ethernet there, which apparently I forgot. Okay, I haven't configured those, so I'll have to add routes for that on this router anyway. Okay, right, let's set the address on this one first. Set address, floor 16, router 1, 32945. And then I'm going to have to add the route on 0 for that one. 24971 50 on 416 router 1. Then I can set address 416 consumer 1 1. And this has got DNS. Awesome. And 9183 file 1 16 416 consumer 2 and it's 9183. Apparently I can't do. That makes sense. Root add 416 consumer 2 file 1 router 1 and then run that command again. Show, I guess default must be on, so let's just add 416 consumer 1 50 16 router 1. So I'm assuming that default is going on port 0, which it is, and it doesn't need to be, it needs to be going on port 9. Root default file 9 on 16 1. I mean, yeah. Remove. We don't need these ones anymore. Move 1 and 0. So those two are set up. Port 2 is going where? To the phone. 416 phone. And then the CCTV is on port 3. Perfect. And now we just need to configure 5 and 6. So root add 23696 via 5 on 16 router 1. And I can also root add floor 16 3 via 5. Set address 416 consumer 3 on 23696, and then we do the same here for this one. But for port 8 add 4 Right, floor 16. Consumer 4. Show on. Remove those routes that we don't need, which is 4 and 6. Remove 6 and 4. Okay, so now we are linked out on ODYN. 16 is ODYN. Right, floor 11 then. This is just about, yeah, just about everything set up, I think. I'll need to, wow, okay. The power outages are following us around. I need to add the DNS mapping for that one. Spare port. Well, we're a bit light on spare ports here. But we're coming in fibre on this one. So we add 416 via 7. And then I guess we need to just make a new port for it. Right, okay. Place that one there. 200, that's not very long at all. And that's also Ethernet. Right, let's order 500 fiber optic in green. And then I need to print off floor 16. And then hopefully, once we hook that in, everything will work. Well, it won't, because we've got to actually link them up. Tower link. Floor 16, ODYN to floor 11. What's this one? WOCP. I want to do multi-mode straight away on that one, because I think that's going to be required. That looks like it's working now. I've done that completely different to all the others, but right, let's just check our surveyor has got floor 16 working now. I think Glossy Falcon, we need to add his DNS mapping. So he is able to consume from wideuser.net. That's good. So T Glossy, and this guy is consumer 2. Right, so DNS map, was it P2P T-glossy as floor 16, consumer 2 on, should do that, shouldn't I? I'm just going to do it on DNS1 as well, I don't know, because I can. I think I'm complicating things with my DNS setup. Right, that should work. Okay, so they're consuming uses from each other, so he can obviously get to that via DNS. So we're going to assume that everything cannot connect to 73670. What the hell is that? Yeah, I don't care about those overlaps, that's fine. That's intended. That's intended. I don't know what 73670 is supposed to be. I didn't see that anywhere. It's certainly not mapped to anything. It's not mapped to a DNS. 73670. No matching device. I'm confused. Why aren't you? That should be working. There. They're all hooked up, look. Oh yeah, this is, you know, this is gonna, that router is just gonna blow up in a minute. It's on caution. Yeah, so these guys are just not happy at all. And now he's complaining about no DNS servers. Right, floor 15. What is going on floor 15? Watch floor 15. Do we have router 1 on there? Okay. I don't understand why that wouldn't work. It should work. .554, what that's going to be? That's going to be the CCTV, right? Port 0 is, yeah, CCTV. Port 15 provider 1 is on port 2. And I mean, there's no actual problems there. Let's just remove those two routes. those aren't required. And default traffic sent via port 1, which is obviously working because I can get to it. Okay. All I can do is assume that it's working. It looks working. Everything looks working. These are surprisingly low now. Annoying. It's spread from awkward opossum. So who is awkward opossum? Is that? Secret earwig. I probably need to do something with him. He doesn't have a network address anymore. Oh, that's why. That's 73670. Okay. What was he? Secret earwig. Right, floor 6, consumer 1. How do I get to him? Let's have a look. Floor 6 to 1. Add 73670 file 1. How are they both on the same port? How are they all? Oh, it's a firewall. Right, okay. Set address, floor 6, consumer 1, 73670. Why? Why not? Oh, because I've got to go down to floor 6 to do that. Right, that's going to solve a few problems if I do that. Floor 6. I don't know where awkward opossum is. Let's have a look. Floor 12. Okay, we'll check out floor 12 in a minute. I don't think I have much room for plugging in here, do I? Really? I'm gonna have to unplug something important. I guess I'll just unplug the UPS. Fine. Sorted. Right, floor 12. Let's just double check what's going on up here, because it said it's spread, and I don't believe that it can spread, because we've got a firewall up there. Right, hopefully that solves floor 6's problems. Oh look, well, looking at the state of that, I'm going to guess that it is a problem. Because, yeah. I don't have much room to plug in, do I? Let's plug in there on the CCTV. Okay. Watch 412 route 1. Oh, of course, there's a power outage and our UPS has run out. Perfect. Well, that's going to make life a little bit more difficult, isn't it? Also, why are we paying for power if we don't have any power? We're not making a lot of income from store.text, are we? Maybe I need to lower the price of that. Come on, give me my... How long is this down for? Floor 12. And on day 12, 1831. Okay, I need to... 1831. Get the time. Oh, I can click to lock. Let's lock that there then. I'd like to see how much money we have or don't have. Alright, there's our power, right? 18. Well, the lights came on, but we have no power. How does that work? Well, luckily, the worm can't have got far because there's no power. Right, let's have a quick look. What did I do? I said watch, didn't I? It's not accessible. It's still booting up. There we are. So Morris 12 is on. Morris 21 is on there. What port is it trying to use? Doesn't say. So SFTP LS on floor 12. Oh. Ah! Don't. No. So our UPS here is insufficient. That will be why they had an outage. Floor 12, router 1. I need to upgrade the UPS. So can I SFTP RM / bin / Morris 21 on floor 12 router 1. Can we do that? Yes, we can. So I've dealt with that then. Right, so the issue we have here is it all at program capacity. How is that a thing? At 4. I wonder whether that's the Morris worm that's done that. I need to get a new UPS here. This one, I guess. So that means that's 200 watt. Could get a rack mount one, but it's not much point because there's not enough room in the rack. So let's just get that one. Jeez. That doesn't mean we have a spare UPS. I wonder whether this this router is basically at its limit. I mean, it looks like it might be, although that's at program capacity. Charge that up. Well, I guess we don't need to charge that up. Right, that is fine, right? Better. What other problems do we have? Yeah, scheduled power outage, that's fine. That's fine. Pretty sure everyone should be happy still. Did we need to consumed 151 uses from wide user.net. Jesus. Okay, well that's a couple. I think I've gone negative again, haven't I? Yeah, negative 14. I think we need to wait for this day to complete. We're going to have to. Now the question is there anything else that we need to be doing here to make this improved? Maybe we need to add a DNS server on floor 16. Yeah, that might help. Let's go to floor 16 and see. What's up with Cloud Hub? They just need more visitors. Why are they struggling? Image Gilded. I know people are using that. Right, so we have a spare port on here. I had a thought about spare port, and I've forgotten what my thought was. Ah, DNS, wasn't it? Right. Do we get a DNS server here? I think maybe we do. We need a... Oh, my network cables, I didn't bring them with me. Power cable. And I guess a 500 red. I think that probably makes sense. Then we can get... we can reduce some of the interfloor traffic. I haven't even had to plug this in yet. Bit concerned that this guy is getting at program capacity. He's peer-to-peer. Yeah, if I add that as DNS straight away, that's going to be an issue. Because then all of these guys will try and do their DNS over here. Altruistic squirrel, you're not on this floor, are you? No. Okay, we'll need to go and find an altruistic squirrel in a minute. Go on, give me my cables. My power cable is the one that I want the most. Thank you. Right, next. Oh, it's not actually set address DNS1 on 59766. Net DNS set root DNS on DNS1. Program install. Oh, I've blown my power here as well. Interesting. Okay. Paddy V1 and make sure they're running. And program run. And then we'll have to route add DNS1 via 4.4.16 to 1. I guess one other way I could do this would be to plug you, pop you up there, you don't reach, so I need to get a longer power cable. And I also need to get a normal size power cable. In fact, I'll just get 2 of those. I'll get another one of those, and then I can have a long power cable on my debugger, which will be useful. let's get a label printed. That's at program capacity already, is it? Awesome. Right, that should alleviate the issues with overcapacity on the UPSs. Don't care about these. Do care about that one. Right, altruistic squirrel, where are you hiding? Floor 3, and you're offline. Well, we won't worry about you then. You're just a filthy catch-all. Well, I don't like the fact that all of these are such low satisfaction. The Gilded Wolverine is going to be an SLA breach soon. But they are being used. They're just not getting users. And how is that my fault? Don't know how that's my fault. Right. I think we're doing okay. Let's get to the end of this day. And we can see where we're at. I'm hoping we get another set of things in the Secretariat, these proposals. So I think there's some good ones that we haven't got yet. New floor onboardings. That's not what I wanted. Drink. There was some D-market updates. Let's see what new goodies we have there. What does the message say? Zodiac Networks. Zodianet Spine Router. Okay. Let's have a look. So we have a new router. Router? Where's the spine router then? That's surely not it. I'm confused. That was already there, wasn't it? What does it say? Discontinued. Oh, so we lost the product. Awesome. And now we've got another floor there. I think the issue I'm running into isn't so much keeping everyone happy. It's being able to afford to onboard new floors. That's what's running down all our cash. Right, they're on 35%, so they are getting visitors. Just not enough for them. Awkward, no, it's altruistic. Was it floor 3 or something? Altruistic squirrel. Right, let's go down to floor 3 then. See if we can sort them out. Because they need to, yeah, they can't connect anywhere because they need a network address. Yeah, I wonder how we start actually making money. There's probably some secret source that I'm overlooking. I mean, I'm trying to run like a new service on DB for store files and try and get some money that way, but it doesn't seem to be generating too much. +1. Maybe I need to up the price of voice.talk. Right, there's our altruistic squirrel. So 1500. So hopefully that will go up there. Hang on. Just take the cable out. So he's consumer 3. Set address floor 3, consumer 3, and space there. Right, should be sorted. So hopefully he's happier. Yeah, he's all set. This isn't one of those floors where we just have a beefy router. I'm quite impressed that none of my equipment had blown up yet. Right, so question is, do I start onboarding some of these new ones? This list is growing very rapidly, but we do have 3 days to do these 2 floors. Although this has got 6 users on it. 6 users. And he's a greedy one. Greedy dweller. An all supply center. I don't know. Well, I think we're just about keeping up, aren't we? I mean, in theory, we're making money. We're just having to spend more money than we're making to onboard new stuff. I guess the idea then is to reduce the cost of your links, or have fewer links. Like, why are some links more expensive? Is that because they're going further? So this floor 12 to floor 0 is going quite a long way, and that's 249. So does that mean if I change floor 12 to go to floor 11, would that then reduce the cost. Tower link, floor 0 to floor 12. That's a big. That would be a big run then. And that's copper. But that's not a big copper. Yeah, so that's a big cost per day. This is an upgraded one, but this isn't upgraded, I don't think. Or if it is, it's yeah, it is, but it's only one set. So why is it so expensive compared to that? Floor 1 to floor 2. Oh, so maybe that's the play. I need to do links to non-data center floors. Maybe that's going to reduce the cost. So this is Oro. I don't have a port here. I'm a little reluctant to fill my last Ethernet port on there. That's interesting. So floor 1 to floor 2 is cheap. Floor 0 to floor 3 is cheap. Floor 0 to floor 6 is cheap. Floor 0 to floor 1 is also cheap. Floor 0 to floor 9 isn't, but why? Floor 0 to floor 11 is also not cheap, but then that is quite a important link, that one. That's the 2 data centers. 0 to 10 is cheap. I can't actually see. Maybe it's just how much traffic is going over it is what's influencing the cost. Worm activity, perfect. So 0 to 7 is quite expensive as well. 11 to 14 is cheap. 0 to 12 is expensive. Maybe these ones that are expensive are good plans for adding a DNS server on the floor. Alright, let's just see what the network worm is. 4 and 5. I thought I'd already done 4 and 5. I thought I'd done something with that. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll go down and double check. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got that let's just check the. Let's check the routes on this route. Show on floor 5. Is that consumer route 1? Second, guys. Okay, let's just see. Right, so I actually haven't set the traffic on this one. Let's just remove 1. And 0. Get rid of those. And then I will send the DUF traffic down port 6 rather than add a firewall here. We'll add traffic, it's TCP 510 via 6 4 5 consumer to 1 floor 5 and I'll just have to do that for all the other ports as well because we don't know what port it's going to show up on. Up to 19, right? Oh. I'll remove that. Six 517 and 519. Right, so that's that floor done. We'll go down and check floor 4. I'm pretty sure I did floor 4 because I think it must have been floor 3 and 4 before. So that way it doesn't actually solve the problem, but it, yeah, I think we took care of this on the core router, didn't we? Okay, no, that's fine. Happy with that. We'll go back up to the top, and I think I'm going to leave it there for the night. Yeah, that doesn't look as good as I think it should do. There's obviously a lot more traffic flying around now, but it should still be fine. I think what we're going to have to do is dig into these 2 floors. This is going to need a pretty big router on it, I think. Anyhow, let's close that. I'm going to save the game. And we'll save it stream 2. Override that. And thank you very much for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. Should be streaming tomorrow. Although I do have a 12-hour shift, so I might be a little bit tired in the evening. So if there's no stream tomorrow, the next one will be Friday. So if I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you Friday. Thanks for watching, guys. Good night.